Hi, in today's video we will be seeing about chapter 5 sorting, that too selection sort. So what is a sorting? Sorting is process of arranging elements in a particular order. Order can be ascending order or descending order if it is a numerical elements. If suppose it is a set of names or set of fruit names or set of color names, we can arrange them in some alphabetical order. Okay, so sorting is nothing but arranging the elements in a proper manner, proper order. Okay, so we have the first technique what we use, bubble sort. Bubble sort is just we are comparing the adjacent elements, nearby elements, and sorting them in either ascending or descending, whichever you are preferring you can arrange them. That is bubble sort. Just remember, bubble sort means comparing the adjacent elements and getting the result. Next is selection sort. Selection sort, from the name itself you can find out select. You are selecting the minimum element and placing it to the proper position. If suppose this is an example, okay, in this example which is the minimum one? 1 is the value which is minimum. So the first iteration, the outer loop I equal to 0, for the first pass you will be placing this into the first position. That is the meaning. Select the minimum element and place in the respective position. So 1 will be placed here. In the next pass 2 will be placed here. The next pass 3 will be placed here. Next pass already 4 is there in the position. Then last pass 5 will be placed here. This is how we will be doing selection sort. Selecting the minimum element and placing them in the proper position. Okay. So here also we will be using two loops, two for loops. So the time complexity of the selection sort is n square. For each loop we are taking from 1 to n. N is the size of the list, length of the list. So here it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the outer loop I equal to 0 to n minus 1 or 1 to n minus 1 will be specifying. So that n is the length of the list. And inner loop also we will be having from 0 to n minus 1. So both n into n equal to n square, that is the time complexity. For this particular example we are having 5 elements. So for each for loop the n value will be 5. 5 into 5, 25 is the value of the time complexity for this particular list of selection sort. Okay, for bubble sort also the time complexity is n square because we were using two for loops. It is as simple as that. N square, two loops, n square, n into n, that is the time complexity. So for this particular list what we are doing is first iteration, first outer loop I equal to 0, this is the inner j loop. So we have nested loops here, two loops here. So the first, after the first pass, this 1 will be brought to the first position and the rest all will be in their position. 3 will be interchanged and will be placed here. In the next position 2 will be brought to the second position. Then 3, then 4, then 5, it is already sorted. This is the selection sort. It is as simple as that. Okay, you can just remember. Now in our example, let us write a Python program here. We are creating a list object. This is the variable. You just give a valid name whichever is related to your project or your program. You have to give a value name for the identifier, which is don't give dummy names like a equal to list. Give some you can refer like that. You can refer and use that one. So here I am just giving an example, numbers equal to, so I have created a numbers object. Now I want to append 8, 7, 13, 1, minus 9 and 4. So these are the set of values. The size of this list is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is the size of this list. This is the example given in your book. So the same example I have taken here. Now we will find out the length of this one. So the length of this above list is 6. Now I am having a flag. Flag is just an indicator. First I am setting a flag equal to 0. I will explain you why we are using the flag. Now we have two for loops. One for loop for I, the other for loop for j. That's why I told the time complexity is n into n equal to n square because we have two for loops. Now I am just, for our sake, we are just printing and saying outer loop I equal to, first I will be 0. So I am, because we need to select the minimum value. So I have a variable called min here. Min equal to I equal to 0. First iteration I equal to 0. So first I don't know which will be the minimum. So I am assigning the first value as the minimum. Just assuming and assigning that one. Just I am printing that one for our purpose. Next, inner loop. Inner j in range I plus 1. I plus 1 means first I is 0. 0 plus 1 is 1. So because we have to compare the adjacent elements. So I am giving I plus 1. Print inner loop j equal to j. Now what I will do? I am comparing num of min. What is min here? 0. Numbers of 0 greater than numbers of 0 plus 1 is 1. So numbers of 1. Numbers of 0 greater than numbers of 1. Can you compare this one? Numbers of 0 greater than numbers of 1. Yes. What I will do? I will change the minimum. Now the minimum is not 8, it is 7. So min equal to j. What is j value here? 1. Flag is set as 1 because minimum we have found another minimum. So I am changing my flag value as 1. Again this iteration will go to I equal to, now it is 0 plus 1 is 1. Next iteration it is 2. Now numbers of, this is I 1, 0, here it was 0. Now after j updating it became 1. So numbers of 1 is greater than number of 2. J is 2 now here. So number of 1 is greater than, no, it is not greater. Likewise we will be comparing and will choose minus 9. So once it is chosen minus 9, it will just update this one. So which will be the value? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth index will be here. So min equal to 4. I will show after running the program I will show this one. Min equal to 4, flag equal to 1. Now it has jumped out of this inner loop. Flag equal to 1. Flag equal to 1. If flag equal to 1, if you have found out a minimum value, the flag is set as 1. Now we are swapping the values. The I is first iteration, we have this is I equal to 0 and rest of the iteration is over for j. Now I equal to 0. So temp equal to numbers of 0, the first index. So number of 0 equal to number of min. Min will be the minus 9 value here. Okay. So minus 9 and 8 will be shuffled, swapped. Okay. For that I am using the temporary. This is for swapping two values. This code is for swapping two values. After swapping, minus 9 will be in the 0th position because that is the minimum value. Okay. Likewise, you will be doing for the rest of the things for each item. Then I will become 1, then 2, then 3 up to I equal to 5. 0 to 5 or 0 to or 1 to 6 like that. So 0 to n minus 1 we can make it. But for easy coding I have done like this. So this is how we do. Now we will run and see this program. You see, I will explain you. This is the length of the list. This is the given list. I have appended 8, 7, 13, 1, minus 9, 4. This is the list. Outer loop I equal to 0. This is printed here. Minimum equal to 0. Minimum's index it is telling, not the minimum value. This is the index value. Minimum is I equal to 0. Inner loop 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After that, minus 9 is because after shifting this one, after swapping, setting the flag, everything, it has swapped both values and minus 9 is brought here. Rest of the items are, and this 8 will be shifted here. So rest of the items are here. Next we have to compare this list. From 7 only we need to compare. Already minus 9 is done. Next from 7 to 13, which is the minimum? 1. 1 will be shifted, 7 will be taken there. Then so this both is over. Next in the third iteration, I equal to 2 means it is third iteration. 0, 1, 2. This is the third iteration. So minimum is 2 now. So minimum value here is 2 now. Now we will compare this from this one. From this one it is already 4 is there. Then next one 7 is this 3. 7 is there, 8 is there, 13 is there. So the resultant value is minus 9, 1, 4, 7, 8, 13. So it is as easy as that. So selection sort is nothing but selecting the minimum minimum element and placing in the exact position, placing in the respective position. So this is all about selection sort. In the next video I will be telling you about the insertion sort. Thank you.